Hey, excuse me. Throat chakra. Hi, Libra Collective. I did do two other readings. I'm not even sick, so I don't know what's going on. And I have a drink right over here. Excuse me. Maybe you're at a loss of words right now. Jeez. That literally came on right as I started this reading, so something significant about that. We're going to do your first half of 2026 reading. First of the sign readings. Well, you guys aren't the first, but this is my first rendition of sign readings on this channel. So what we're going to do is... so the zodiacal 2026, which starts off with Aries season, denoting April. We have Taurus for May, Gemini for June. Let's see, Cancer for July, Leo for August, and Virgo for September. Excuse me. Jeez. Or maybe you're like getting over some sort of cold or something like that. But I'm going to pull 3 cards for each month, and I'm asking my guides to give one continuous storyline. So what message is going to be most helpful and most applicable to the Libra collective for 2026? And we'll make it one continuous storyline. So if you find that this reading doesn't resonate with you, check out your moon and rising signs. If you don't know what that is, you can head over to newworldangel.com, and under education, I have a link to a free birth chart reading. You just need to know where you were born and time, the exact time of birth. That's very important when it comes to your rising sign. So, find out what your moon and rising signs are. Check those readings out. You might get one continuous general collective reading for your first half of 2026. I always tend to resonate more so with Leo readings than I do Gemini. That's my rising sign. So all this to say, I would highly encourage you to check out those other signs. Not every message within a reading is going to be for you. So let some of the messages go that don't initially resonate with you. Come back and enjoy this reading again, maybe even closer towards September timeline, just to see if it resonates with you in a different way. It's a good way for you to make connections so that in future readings, you have a greater understanding of how things connect when it comes to certain readers, especially me. My readings do tend to be like current and future, and obviously this is a 2026 reading for months we have yet to get into, but there is always an inevitable part of the past that will find its way into every reading. So even though I'm reading for the future, we have to take things from the past and, incorporate them. So that's always helpful once you have a clear vision of what has gone down. And you can, compare it to today's reading. So I'll say that it's important to sort of re-review your work and your own intuition so that you can, make that muscle stronger for yourself. Definitely something with throat chakra. Excuse me. I mean, I have been talking for a minute, but this doesn't normally happen to me. I'm a talker anyway, so I don't know what's going on. All right, well, what I'm going to do here, I'm pulling from the Philosopher's deck. This is an overarching message that I want to resonate with you so that it sort of pulls you back to today's message and you can sort of like re-review it for yourself. You can journal on these. That's another good way of finding more about yourself, is that you journal after this message, and then 6 months from now, you come back and re-review your own journaling entry, and you find that you make certain connections in a different way. That's super helpful to building your own intuitive guidance. People normally find themselves in tarot when they're going through like a big transition in life, or they just have questions that they can't seem to find answers for. Expectation is the root of all heartache. Do you have an expectation of something happening? Because you're only setting yourself up for failure. I even have in my room a framed picture with the saying, don't get tied to the outcome. And I did that for my day job, real estate, because things are so fluid in people's lives that a lot of it is out of control. You know, even when it comes to interest rates or the market itself, like as any one person, we don't have control over everything. So I'm just sort of getting that maybe your level of control or your like hope for the future, because you are a Libra, you inherently want things to balance out. You want things to be copacetic. You want things to be in a healthy place. And you don't want like chaos. You know, there's a calming nature about Libras in a high frequency, those that are healed and healthy. There's a calmness and a gentleness, but a balanced side between them. Like you could see both sides of the story, not get tied to the outcome, and, you know, allow for what will be. That's sort of what I'm getting for you. So expectation is the root of all heartache. What expectations do you have for your life or for a current situation that maybe are either not in line with reality or maybe, yeah, just aren't realistic, possibly? Anyway, let's see. Let's get into the actual reading. So we'll start off with April. What can Libras expect going down in April? We're going to do this one. This is a good Libra deck. I hope you guys like these signed readings. If you do, let me know, and I'll continue doing them. It's not going to be an extended today because I want everybody to get a feel for what these are like. And possibly in the future, I might expand upon them. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not getting tied to the outcome. Okay. What is going on for our Libra collective in April? What's the most helpful message for our Libras? What can they expect in April? Something slow moving. Progress still being made, but slow moving progress. We'll see what that's all about. April, Libra. Libra is my moon sign, so I inherently have a connection with you guys. Okay, lover situation. Dealing with a lover. Lovers can be family members. It can be a significant other if you're in a relationship already. Soulmate energy, you know, it's somebody that you just identify with. Like what I was just saying, you know, I identify with Libras on an inherent level. That's what a lover's connection is like. It's somebody that you feel like you know them from a past life, and maybe you don't even know them at all. But regardless, it's a close personal relationship. Somebody currently in your world. Can be a family member or a close friend that you consider family, or your significant other, your soulmate. Okay. What else for Libra? The Lovers is an inherent, it's an inherent choice, though. Maybe you have the expectation of somebody deciding something in April. and you're hopeful about something. But don't get tied to, don't be so hopeful that like you don't even consider the opposite side. That's not even like a Libra to do. Normally you guys consider all angles, all possibilities, all aspects. And then you choose for yourself. Libra, April. This is self-love. Maybe you're meeting. Are you meeting a soulmate? A new beginning in love come April? There's a level of fear though. Sneakiness, deception. Maybe you're second guessing yourself. You're like making the decision to open up your heart to somebody and like you're fearful about it. That's just sort of what I get. There's a lot of love there and a lot of self-love too. Like your cup is overflowing. So there is a level of healing and a healedness about you. It is regarding family and like a fear. Yeah, there's definitely a fear there. Okay. It's not bad. Maybe you're just, you have trust issues there. That can totally be the case. I feel like the more you talk about it, though, the more you get clarity for yourself. And the only reason why I say that is because as I've been talking, my voice has I've cleared things up. Yeah, so maybe like you could be the type of person where in the past you feel as though like your picker was off, right? But then come April, you're going to be confronted with a whole new opportunity, somebody that you just inherently feel drawn to and that you are comfortable with them and like you know them from somewhere. It's almost like you know them without having to truly know them, and there is like an inevitable triggering there of past situations is what I get. Okay, so then what happens regarding the storyline come May? What can Libra expect for May in this storyline? Not necessarily stagnation, but like I feel like you're trying to gain a different perspective for yourself. Like this guy is hung upside down for a reason. Like he's taken a beat to sort of assess and hopefully gain a different perspective. So maybe like you realize it's a trigger. If you are that healed of a Libra and you're realizing this for yourself, I love that energy that you would take a beat and just sort of like, you know, consider where this feeling is coming from. Naming it is a good place to start too. Healing. Earth angel energy. This is great energy. Yeah, you are. You're reconciling the past with the future. What you've had to overcome in the past, relationships of the past, failed relationships of the past, and how that hurt you. And you're healing. You've done a considerable amount of healing to even draw this person in. And now that this person is here, now you're being confronted with triggers. That's exactly what's going on. King of Wands. This person is fiery. They're charismatic, funny, entrepreneur. They are the embodiment of like excitement and adventure. I get Sagittarius type energy where it's like they're going to be aligned with you. They're going to be adventurous with you. You know, like maybe if you're a Libra, Libras are, it's fixed energy, fixed air at that, which is, it's an interest, if fixed air is, it's kind of an oxymoron in a way, where it's like, you can be so firm in your convictions, but yet you can get all up in your head about it. So like expectation is the root of all heartache. Maybe you're expecting that like this isn't going to work out because of like how I chose in the past, how things have worked out in the past. And you're really trying to work through that. But you're confronted with this sort of character. And I think this person is going to, by way of just like their ability to be adventurous and hopefully see this in you, to where they kind of like bring you out of your shell. They get you out of your mind. Yeah, they want to heal. They want to heal your heart. They've also been through heartache of the past, failed relationships of the past. You guys are going to be able to identify in that sort of way with one another, is what I get. And then you can heal together. King of Wands is Aries, Leo, Sag energy. It's air and fire. So not only they're a thinker too, but they're a doer. They're going to recognize the heartache in you. I think they're going to recognize somewhat of the fear, and they're going to be understanding of that. That's just sort of what I get off the bat. Okay, so then what can Libra expect in June? We got fire on fire. There's going to be a lot of passion here. But yeah, you're all up in your head about like being heartbroken. There is going to be forward movement though. What can Libra expect regarding this storyline come June? Yeah, it's like you both are going to come together and you're going to have like inevitably feelings of what you, like fears of certain elements of relationships of the past are going to present themselves, and for both of you. But you're going to move forward regardless. You're going to overcome the heartache and the regret of like, you're going to overcome the heartache. Yeah. It's going to heal you both. Meditation would be helpful to ascend you to the next level. Like meditate on why you're getting triggered, why each of you are getting triggered. It can be for different reasons too. And also with expectation is the root of all heartache. Pedestals. Pedestals are dangerous. So you might feel as though like you come into contact with this person and you each are like maybe prone to putting people on pedestals and you're like, oh my God, is this too good to be true? Like I feel so good about this. And then that in and of itself is like, remember the last time I fucking did that and what happened to me then and like how that didn't work out, and like that's gonna be your trigger. So be mindful of putting people on pedestals because Nobody is perfect, including yourself. This person's going to feel like home. You're going to feel comfortable and secure in their energy. Both of you will. It's like you'll kind of like, you're going to see each other in each other. Okay, so now we're on to June for Libras. What can they expect regarding this situation come June? Maybe even like you guys are actually talking about relationships of the past too. And that can be helpful. Like that's where you guys will start to identify with one another and start to heal through that the more you talk about it. June, Libra. Hierophant. Yeah, you're going to get a greater understanding of each other. Possibly working in a group. Or some sort of like, I don't know. I feel like divine is just sort of like bringing this in or like helping you both through this. I just get like a lot of source energy. You're just going to see like, maybe you're going to see and come June, you see like a future with this person, like reality. It's like a reality check. Ace of Pentacles, this is a new beginning. Oh my God, and I got chills all over me. You guys are going to see how this can work out long term, but it's just the beginning. It's only the beginning. That's the best part. You have to plant this seed. You got to nurture it. Nurture yourselves, but nurture this seed, this new beginning, this new opportunity. But there's like money on the table. So maybe like you come into, maybe you start working with this person in some sort of way. Nine of Pentacles. This is going to be the type of relationship where you both feel like you are not giving up your individuality for each other. Like you're not going to feel bound or tied to the other person just because like maybe that's how relationships of the past have felt. Like you are going to have the freedom to do your own thing, be your own person, make your own money individually and come together for this new beginning. I mean, Ace of Pentacles plus the Nine of Pentacles, that's 10 right there. This has a lot of opportunity to not only like take you guys far, but to really turn into like to blossom into a really good business partnership too. Oh, who doesn't want to work? Like, I don't want to solely work with my significant other. You know, like obviously like you want your own passions and like hobbies on the side, but if you have the opportunity to work with one another and that's fulfilling in its own way, and it's like people will feel that inevitably, like no matter how great the audience is, whether it's just friends and family of you two working together or you two just coming together and building something, other people will get that feeling, and as a part of that, it's opening up new doors, new ventures, new businesses, new ways of creating like physical, tangible things with one another. I love that. Oh my God, I'm getting chills all over my body. This is lovely fucking energy. I feel like you both, by the time June rolls around, because you will have gotten like, just like the initial conversation, like the initial meeting and conversation, that's out of the way. come April, right? And then June rolls around and you both feel like you're driven to take this to the next level. Maybe you guys are comfortable enough to call it a relationship come June, but you each are standing in your power alone. You both have your own things going on and you know that. How healed of a relationship would that be? Where you're both doing your own thing, but you have a supportive partnership there. And there's just something calling to you guys about this. I truly feel that way. That is beautiful. Okay, we're moving on to a different deck. We want to know what's going on. I am so involved in this. I'm going to claim this for myself as well. Yoink. I guess I would need to start dating if I want to do that. Ugh, it sounds so exhausting, but whatever. I mean, this is beautiful. Okay, what's going on for Libra in July? Oh, I'm so excited for us. Okay. July, we like it. It's summertime. You guys taking a little vacation? I hope so. Let's see. What can Libra expect in July? Jesus Christ. Don't tell me you guys elope. Maybe you do. Either way, you are building this relationship on a foundation that is supportive, is healthy, can stand the test of time, and is just, it's joyful and stable and look, all the flowers are blooming and yeah, you each could be thinking okay, so you're really going to have to not put each other on pedestals. I get that very strongly. But by the time July rolls around, you both are going to be so confident, and comfortable in each other's energy that you see long term. You each see long term with one another. Don't get carried away. Expectation is the root of all heartache. But there's a need to be grounded. With all this fire going on, grounding yourself. What did I say? Meditation before. Meditation could be helpful. This is Page of Pentacles. You guys are you're embarking upon something new. Pregnancy. Okay. I will say that, you both are going to be feeling so good and confident with one another and you love where things are going and you're building on something. If this isn't a business, I would say be careful. You guys seem like you are in a very fiery, passionate energy. So if you don't want to have a kid, you need to ward against that. And I don't think abstinence is on the table between you guys just based on the energy. So other means of protection, if that's something that you guys, don't want. This is definitely work oriented though. Building together. Oh my God, you're gonna be in a relationship where you can work with somebody, have fun, but then also have your own hobbies and own enjoyment on the side. That is the product of what self-love is. Everything I've been talking about. Because if you don't have this and you're just constantly pouring into somebody else and never into yourself, it's you become resentful of like not getting what you need, not meeting your own needs, and that inevitably turns into resentment to your partner, when in reality you need to give that to yourself first. But you've already done that, and so that frees you both up to have this stable new beginning and to build and work with one another and be totally supported in doing so. You guys are just like, I think you're just both super proud of the work that each other does. And that supportive energy maybe is something that neither one of you have felt in that sort of way. Or just you. Maybe that is a trigger for you, you know, where you just have never felt so unconditionally supported in all of you, in all that you embody, in all that you bring to the table, in all that you're working on. I love that. Absolutely love it. Maybe by the work that you guys are doing, or that you're doing on your own, because I mean, you're standing in your own right with the Nine of Pentacles. Maybe you're building like a new place for yourself too, but like you somehow work together with this person. Yeah, so if you're building a home, maybe, I mean, I'm not saying like go after the contractor, right? But like if it happens, it happens. Maybe that can totally be it. Okay, so then what do we have for Libra in August? We're building, actively working on building this relationship up, supporting one another, being aware of like what you each have going on. Man, there are a lot of pentacles here. It's not a bad thing, but like work on top of work on top of work. Getting down to business, bringing in the money, solely focused on where this could lead. Whatever you guys are working on, whatever, it's a joint venture of some sort. It's a mission. Are you guys on a share? Is this a divine union that finally comes in to union this lifetime? And you guys go on a mission with one another? The work that you're doing is the mission. I can't. Oh my fucking God. The star. Not only is this mission healing, but it's a bright light. It's inevitable that the people around you will see this as a healthy connection, but like, this is like wish fulfillment. This work is y'all's joint mission to heal not only one another, but like a collective of people. I'm like dead with the beauty of this. This is why I love tarot. It's because like energy just doesn't lie. It doesn't. I am so excited for you, Libra. So stoked. This is beautiful fucking energy. So much healing, so much passion, so much money to be made, which I know money isn't everything, but if you're on a mission and you're doing what you love and you come together with the right person and you each support each other in what you're doing, there's an inevitable amount of money that's just involved. There's just no way around it. It's like when good meets good, only more good can come from that. You know, unless your intentions are just totally out of whack, but that's not the case here. This is beautiful. You both are like just intuitively guided. You see each other as like the star in your worlds. Yeah, you're both prone to putting people on pedestals. That's for damn sure. So, as a part of this, because you are going to get up in your own head as a part of this star, you know, like you're constantly thinking about it, but like you need to ground yourself too. Which I feel like you're doing that just by the way of like how heavily work is involved. So like you are getting down to business. Let's get down to business. Give me one more time to get this. Tiesto. That could be significant for you. You guys are just going to be drawn to each other, and then it's like, so many, like, you're going to be so in sync with one another that, like, the business ventures and, like, the thoughts and, like, all the things, that's the groundedness, too, is, like, I almost feel like, where do we even begin? Like, what, you know, like, you guys got your own things going on, but you're going to want to do something together. A mission to heal a collective of people. Oh my God, I love this reading. Okay, so then how do we end out the first half of 2026 in September? What goes on for, what goes on for Libra in September? Relationship. Transformation of the relationship. Are we taking things to the next level? I don't know. Oh my God, I feel like a little schoolgirl right now. Speaking, maybe you're finally coming to terms, like you're having to speak on something, or like you guys sort of speak about maybe what scares you. That could be it. What goes on for Libra in September with this situation? Yeah, healing heartache together. Coming together in some sort of collaboration to start something new, a new business or something. Yeah, you're going to have the opportunity to look back on past experiences with wisdom, knowing that, like, the time in between, you know, your last relationship to where you are now, you're going to see why everything had to work out. This is just a very healing sort of relationship for you both. It's fucking wish fulfillment. It's everything that you wanted. Maybe this has been a wish fulfillment, like, that you've had for so long. Like, you wished upon a star that somebody like this would come along, somebody that you can not only be yourselves and your own individual with your own hobbies and your own enjoyment and friends, but then when you come together with this person, you guys can work together simultaneously, and it's fruitful and it heals others, and that's sort of your mission, but that was all that you wanted. I'm done. I mean, with the wisdom of the road that you have walked in the past, you know that this is your wish fulfillment and that this is everything that you've ever wanted. This is like a humble new beginning. Victory, joy. This is you coming home after a long journey. You know, this guy is the one that sets out on his mission. The whole point is for him to come back home safe after he makes, you know, the decisions and does the things that he needs to do, completes the mission. And like, once that is finally done, you guys will be like, Harry, we reached the top. That's what I get. Is like, you guys are gonna just be like on cloud fucking 9. Literally. This is wish fulfillment. Celebrations. Like, enjoyment. Parties. Filling each other's cup. Filling other people's cup. Like, you're gonna have so much love for what you're doing and what you're building together that it's just like your life is just gonna feel so good, and it's going to give you an opportunity to sort of look back at everything you've had to go through and be like, now I understand why this had to happen. I'm so glad I went through the heartaches of the past and that I put myself out there and that I followed my intuition, because it's leading me to a place to where, like, I can stand up for this person. Like, you feel proud to have them on your arm and vice versa. It's so nurturing. This relationship is so nurturing. This is the best fucking sign reading I have done yet. It's beautiful. Yeah, there's just a very nurturing, grounded, realness about this. I believe that's what August brings to you both, is that, like, I think you both are just kind of like, is this really happening? And it's like, yeah, we're actually fucking doing this. And then come September, it's like, you both are even that much more comfortable, and you sort of reconcile the emotions of the past and you just carry on. I cannot wait. I wish we could go on and look at the rest of 2026 for you guys, because this is one hell of a beautiful reading. I couldn't make this up if I tried. So, I mean, well. I love you, Libra Collective. I hope this gets you excited about the future. Again, I mean, I'm ending this reading with chills all over my body. I'm so excited about this. This is beautiful fucking energy. Like, there's not even anything I can look at right now that states otherwise. I will say, like, in September, you're both gonna kind of be, you're going to want to keep this to yourselves for a little bit. Like, you're going to want to revel in what you guys are creating just for yourselves before maybe, like, other people, you know, start to recognize the change in you both. Ugh. I mean, who doesn't want just, like, a little bit of, you know, privacy and secrecy? Like, keep it to yourselves for a little bit, however long you want to, before exposing it to the, you know, world or your world, whatever. I love this. Beautiful. I don't have any constructive criticism. And that is weird for me to say, if you guys have been watching me. So, I love you. I can't wait to see you in October so we can start planning the wedding. Expectation. Okay, I gotta reel myself in. But anyway, this looks beautiful. I'm so excited for you guys, and I love y'all. I hope you come back to the other sign readings. Don't forget to check out your moon and rising sign, and take care of yourselves. I'll see y'all real soon.